Well, hey everybody, how are you doing today? Guess what? I know there's another Mavic Pro update that got released. As you know, some of the updates are a little bit sketchy in 2017, where they messed with a lot of things with the Mavic Pro, and I'm going to tell you what my experience was today, and that's coming right up. Okay, like I said, you got a DJI Mavic Pro. You loved it when you first got it at the end of 2016 or early 2017, like what I got mine. And then all these firmware updates started coming out. And then, if you remember, when I posted up about the one firmware that really overexposed the image when you were shooting in normal in 4K 30 frames per second, it was actually overexposing the image dramatically. So DJI, they did not want to respond to my comments regarding it. They basically just told me just use Vivid and change my settings. So I started using a lot of Descent-alike and just doing color grading, color correction in post by myself, and just figured, well, screw it, I just won't shoot in auto. And I know a lot of people, they'll say,
never shoot in auto.
But you know what? There's some of us that are just on the fly and you just wanted to shoot in auto, and you can actually shoot in auto if you know what you're doing. If you've got a good tilt to the gimbal where the camera's facing in a certain direction, your light is nice and constant, and you have a nice flight pattern, nice straight or sideways flight pattern, there's not a problem with running auto. But anyway, so it's like, here I am. There's another update. This one is version 01.04.0400. And I was curious, are they taking more away from the transmitter? Because, there was a lot of talk that they went from 1.5 watts of transmitting power down to a half a watt. And a lot of people were changing the firmwares back and forth. Well, apparently this new firmware, once you do it, you can't go back. You can never go back to a previous firmware. Although I think there's people that will figure it out how to go back. But I wanted to see, because my last firmware update before this .0400, I noticed that the video was very choppy. Once I got about 500 feet out, all of a sudden the video was getting very choppy on my phone. And it never happened like that before, to where the video was starting to cut out and it was lagging and it was getting real choppy. And then I noticed that I started losing a lot of signal when I started going like 600, 700, 800 feet out. Then I was starting to lose bars, and transmission quality was starting to degrade between the aircraft and the remote control. So, of course, I'm very, very nervous about doing future updates, because the Mavic Pro 2 is supposed to be coming out, or the Mavic 2, then maybe the Mavic Pro 2, who knows, maybe a Mavic 3, and I don't know what they were doing with the Mavic Pro. Now, I love my Mavic Pro. So, what do? You have to update, because it won't let you get around it now. You have to update if you want to fly. So I went ahead and updated it, and I was really curious. What's the image quality going to be like, number one? Will I still have that video lag, number two? And then something surprising happened for number three. So first off, the video lag was gone. No longer choppy video. I flew it out 1,000 feet out. Still had full bars, no video drop at all, not choppy, not anything. The video quality, the colors look really nice. So even though it doesn't say it in the change log that that's what they had messed with, the video quality looks a little bit better. The colors look a little bit better. So, thumbs up again. Here was a surprising part, and you'll see it in this part of the video clip. I was just doing an ascent, and normally at 400 feet, it stops. My phone will alert me, you've reached maximum high altitude. Didn't happen. I'm looking, and I was just like, wow, the house is getting really small. And I happened to look down at the height, and I was at 600 feet. And I could have just kept right on going. So I don't know if that's a glitch in their part, and they're saying, you know what, we're not going to control you, the consumer, anymore to make you only fly at 400 feet. We're going to leave it up to you, the consumer, to either break the law and fly up above 400 feet, or that way it's all on the consumer, because they're transmitting all this data anyway to the FAA now. So it was totally by accident, number one, that I got up to 600 feet. But like I said, I was shocked, and I hit the throttle up a little bit higher, and it went up to 620. And I was like, all right, I'm just bringing it down. But anyway, I just wanted to show you some of the video footage, some of the quality with this new firmware. And, normally when you get new firmwares, when it came to the DJI Mavic Pro, the new firmwares were, instead of improving the quality, they start taking a little bit more away and a little bit more control. Now, one of the things I do see that's part of the changelog is where once you do this upgrade, and it's a security patch that they did for the Mavic Pro, for those of you that have rolled back your firmwares to previous firmwares because they worked better, and I don't blame you. I mean, I was actually checking into how to roll back the firmware to the firmware that I like best, which was like 4 or 5 firmwares ago. But part of me is like, just going to leave it alone. Number one, I'm not that technical to sit there and mess with coding and trying to get into the Mavic Pro. And not a bash against those that do, because you know what? You are the consumer. You bought the product. You should be able to say, I like this firmware, or I don't like it, and I want to go back to a previous firmware. And a lot of action camera companies, they will give you a previous firmware if you just ask. Didn't like the fact that DJI kind of controls that so much to where they make you do the firmwares now. But I can just tell you, just from my experience, the .0400 firmware doesn't look that bad. And I haven't taken it out and flown it 2 or 3 miles out, so I can't attest to how far the transmission range is. I will be taking it out to a field next weekend where I've got about 3 miles of straight open field that I can actually get onto this property, and I can do a nice distance test with it and see how well that it flies, what the video signal is, and I'll do a video on that next week. It'll probably be the week after that I post up the video. I just wanted to do a little heads up for those of you that have the DJI Mavic Pro. I love this drone. I love it. I mean, I love the Spark. I love my Phantom 3, but Mavic 4K 30 frames a second, very nice. Hey, comment below, tell me what you think. Have you done a new firmware? Are you afraid to do the new firmware? Will you never do a firmware? Have you hacked yours back and you like to keep it like that? But anyway, comment below, tell me what you think, and I hope you guys have a great day, and talk to you later. Bye. And if you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe today and click on the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video.